Ready. I got to make sure I'm over on my Instagram. My Instagram and my Facebook group. I think everything is connected. I have not been on here in a while, so I'm just trying to get back used to being on lives and getting together. So happy New Year! Happy New Year! I am extremely excited to be back in action this year. I'm extremely excited about what's to come this year. And you all gonna have to excuse me because I am freezing cold. And I know I started a little bit earlier because I got to work out this afternoon and in a little bit, and I forgot that I had to do that. But I am freezing cold. Okay, so I am drinking hot chocolate because I am freezing cold in my house, even though I do have the heat on, but I'm upstairs, and so I have the heat on downstairs, which comes upstairs, but it cuts on and off, and in between time is when I'm getting cold. So I'm just gonna drink some hot chocolate to warm my body up. So welcome to a new year. Welcome to the first Tuesday Talks with Lady O. I am Olivia B. For those of you all who don't know me, I am a transformation coach. I help women heal past traumas, old wounds, in order to grow life skills so that they can transform their lifestyle. And I am going to be showing up every Tuesday for you all just to give you like a little mini coaching session. For those of you all who don't get to see me in my group all the time, for those of you all who don't follow me over on Facebook or anything else, so you can kind of meet me here every Tuesday for some tips and tricks and tools, those things, resources to help you on your healing journey. I started my healing journey about a year ago. Then I fell off the wagon, I like to tell people, because healing is hard. Healing takes time. You're not on anybody's schedule, and healing is very painful at times. And there are times that I do resort to old habits during my healing process, and so I have to get myself together. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do with most of my clients, is put you back on that path of healing, because this is the new year. We're no longer doing excuses. We're no longer doing, we can't do this because of our mental illnesses. We are not going to let our illnesses, our situations, the things that we're going through define who we are and how we show up for ourselves. And, excuse me. And that brings me to today's topic of 3 ways to unlock your potential this year, because I met with so many people last year who came to me for advice, for business advice. How do you start your business? How do you do this with your business? I had people tell me over and over, well, I got to revamp my website. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. But some of the people that came to me, I didn't see them do anything. And it's not that I'm picking on these people. They have potential, but most people are so freaking afraid of failing. So many people are so afraid of not actually, being a success at what they're doing, that it keeps them from doing things. So I have people that I talk to. I have friends. I have different coaches that I deal with. I have so many people that I keep around me, clients that have awesome potential, but you're not actually displaying it because you're afraid. And so I get this all the time, with people that come up to me and say, how can you be healing? How can you be going through, depression or all of the things that you go through, but you still show up? And I do. I don't show up always. Like last year was a rough time for me. So I didn't show up like I needed to show up for my business, for myself, for my audience. And there are times when you will get like that. But then that's when the healing comes in. So you have to do things that put you on a path to healing so that you can start unlocking your potential. I know so many people that want to start businesses this year, and this is why I no longer want to dabble in the business side of coaching, because what I found out mostly with the people that I was dealing with, they want to start businesses, but their mindsets were all over the place. They want to start businesses. They want to get this LLC. They want to do all these grand things. But as soon as they don't get a customer, they're depressed. As soon as nobody shows up for their live, they don't want to do it anymore. As soon as somebody says, I don't like your product, or, you're not doing this, or somebody else is doing that, then they're done. So my thing is, you have no business starting a business. I don't care how much you got, what you think you could do. If your mindset is not together, you're not going to succeed in business, because being an entrepreneur is hell. I've been one for 20 something years, and it is hell. Okay. Most people think that, I know that you all see the Instagrams and all of these influencers and the people telling you all of the coaches that you pay for, all of the courses you took. I know you see these things. You see these people. You're super excited. You think that they make it look so easy, but they don't tell you the behind the scenes. They don't tell you that being in business is hell. They don't tell you that, if a customer doesn't like something, how you have to transform it and you have to go back and make sure the customer is right and happy. It's hell. So I always say, this is why I stopped the business coaching. This is why I don't want anything else to do with business coaching, because most of the women that came to me, and gentlemen that came to me, were always worrying about starting this business, but yet they were lacking the ambition, to do what they needed to do. They couldn't unlock their potential because they were continuously thinking about what other people thought of them. So if you're in that stage right now, and you have the potential to start your business, you're ready to start your business, as far as I'm concerned, if you don't have your mindset in order, you will fail at your business. I'm sorry, but you will, because it's going to take one thing that's going to make you so upset. It's going to take that one thing that's going to knock the confidence out of you. It's going to take that one thing that's going to have you saying, well, maybe this was, a good idea. And that's going to be somebody that's in your family, in your household, your friends, co-workers, church members. It's going to be that person that's going to always nag, because people don't see what you're trying to do. So this is why I have decided to stay away from the business coaching for a while. I still mentor people. I still I'll still answer questions, but I have no desire to help you in your business until I help you heal the past wounds, heal old toxic drama that you have. People don't realize your business is affected if you are in bad relationships. Your business is affected if you cannot get yourself together. Trust me, I know. I've been in business for 20 plus years. I know how my mental health affected my business. And until I started healing is when I realized, okay, when I wasn't getting out of bed and when I wasn't being consistent, even though I have the potential to do and be great, I couldn't do it because my mental health was messing with my business. Okay. So let's jump into the 3 ways to unlock your potential this year. Again, people come to me all the time. They have the potential to do whatever they need to do in their business. Your business can be a success, but the main reasons why they don't succeed in it, or they don't go out and do what they need to do, is because they're afraid about, what people are going to say. I constantly get that. I'll have somebody come to me and I have already outlined everything they needed to do. But then they'll come back and say to me, well, so-and-so said. That's another thing. Stop listening to everybody. If you're gonna start your business, you don't need to listen to 15 people. You don't need to listen to 30 people. You need to listen to your inner voice. You are the reason you're starting the business, not everybody else. Okay. And so in order to unlock your potential, you have to first, and that's not one of it's not one of the ways, but I should have added this. You have to first believe in you first. See, you can have all the potential in the world and people can see it. But if you don't believe it, then it's not going to do you any good. Most people come to me not believing in their own potential. So this is why they don't start businesses. I have a friend, and she allowed me to say this. I have a friend that lives in Connecticut, and me and her have been going back and forth about starting her business. We talk every day, we pray about it. And then I'm like, girl, when are you going to launch this thing already? She has the potential. This could be a bomb business. But because she doesn't believe in her potential, then it's not going to happen. I can tell her till I'm blue in the face. If she doesn't believe it, nobody is going to believe it. Okay, so that's number one that's going to be your bonus one. You got to believe in your potential because nobody else is. All right, but let's get to the first one. When you are thinking about unlocking your potential, you need to be bold. You need to be able to say, this is what I want to do. I am confident in my ability to do this. I am going to take bold steps to conquer my dreams. I'm going to take bold steps to make this business work. And then it doesn't just have to be a business. It could be starting your podcast. It could be writing your book. It could be, designing t-shirts. It could be trying to go get a promotion at your job. But you have to be actually ready. You have to be bold. You have to be confident. You have to step out of your comfort zone and say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make bold moves this year. You don't need to make moves that other people are making. You need to make moves that align with what you're doing. A lot of people get so out of whack and out of shape because they're not doing it the way somebody else is doing it. So that's why you don't see the success. I am not everybody else. I have had business coaches. I've had business mentors. I don't listen to none of them. I should, and I do listen sometimes. I'm a bit hard headed. So I paid all that money for them, and then if I don't feel like doing it their way, I just won't do it. That's just who I am. That's not to say that what they're teaching me is wrong. Okay, but you don't have to follow the trend if you don't want to. I march to my own little beat, my own little drum. I am on my own doing the things I want to do. That's just me. But if you're literally thinking that you're going to follow somebody else's business model for what you're trying to do, it's not going to work. I mean, they can outline it for you, but I still say go in, be bold, be you. Literally be you. Be your authentic self when you're trying to show up for your business, when you're trying to show up for your podcast, for your book. Just be bold, be you, add your flavor to it. This is all about you. So in order to unlock your full potential, you need to be bold. The way you walk around the house, coming up with the content and the things that you're going to say when you're speaking to yourself or when you're speaking to your confidant or whoever you're talking to, that's how bold you need to be in public. You need to just go with it. Stop worrying about what other people are going to say about you. Stop worrying about what other people are going to say about your product, your book, your podcast, whatever it may be. The other people's opinions don't cut checks. Okay, I made a whole t-shirt about that. Other people's opinions don't cut you checks. You think that I literally am out here doing what I'm doing if I was worried about what everybody else thought about me? Because trust me, people think the worst of me. I have so many people that do, but it stops nothing. So I continue to keep going. I continue to show up every day. I continue to be bold in how I do things. And I'm very excited about that. Because guess what? I believe in me. I believe in my potential. And as long as you believe in you, nobody else matters. Nobody else matters. Number 2, you have to have bold goals. My goal this year, I don't set resolutions. I haven't set a resolution in about 5 years. I long let that stuff go because by February it's broken. Okay, so I no longer set resolutions at all, but I do make goals. And this year, one of my bold goals for me this year is to show up for Tuesday Talks with Lady O every single Tuesday from now until December. That is my bold goal. I don't care if only one person shows up. I don't care if nobody shows up. I don't care if I only get 12 views. I don't care if I get 0 views. I have made this bold goal prediction for me, and I intend to show up. Don't disappoint yourself. Make bold goals. It doesn't have to be elaborate goals. That's another thing. Y'all got to stop thinking that the goals, when you see these, you see all of these influencers coming out, brand new me, we get in the bag, we doing this, we doing that. Okay, that's good for them. But that might not be what you need to be doing right now. That might not be what you need to be focusing on right now. You have to have bold goals for you. And so my bold goal for me, and I have several others, but one of the goals was I will literally show up every single Tuesday, rain, sleet, shine. I'm going to be here every Tuesday from now until December. That's a bold goal for me. Another thing about bold goals, actually write them down. I see people in my group, I'll say, well, what is your goal for the week? And it's like pulling teeth to get people to say, what is your goal? Because guess what? You can set small goals. This week this week for me, my goal was to make sure I work out this week. Okay, I did that yesterday. I'm going to do that today, and I'll do it the rest of the week. That was my small goal for the week, because when I'm working out, I feel better. And when I'm feeling better, I can show up for myself. If I am showing up for myself, I unlock my potential. Period. It's just that simple. You don't have to have these elaborate goals. Excuse me, y'all. Again, I told you I'm so cold. I am super, super, super cold. And I even have on a jacket, but I have on a tank top underneath here. But I'm freezing. Anyway, you need to show up for yourself, for your goals, have those bold goals, set small goals that you can that are actually attainable. Stop setting goals about, well, I'm going to, what did I say about my bold goal? I'm going to show up every Tuesday from now until December. You didn't hear me mention I'm going to actually ask for new followers. You didn't hear me mention that I am going to get this many views. You didn't hear me mention any of those things. All I said was I am going to show up for myself every single Tuesday from now until December. That's my bold goal. You have to set bold goals. And in order for you to do these things, you got to stop being timid. You got to stop thinking that your goals doesn't align with other people, so you don't need to show up. Your goals are yours and yours only. Again, going back to you believing in yourself. If you don't believe in your goals, you're not going to accomplish them. Write them down. You can write down. Y'all know, for those of you all who know me, know that I'm an avid journaler. I love journaling. I write every single solitary thing down. You write down your bold goals. You write down your small goals. You write down the goals for the week. Again, the goals for the week helps you be able to maintain that balance in order for you to start working on those bigger goals. If you start with the small ones, you will be able to start on the big ones, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, you got to expect success. See, a lot of times people don't show up for themselves, or they can't unlock their potential. It's because you are expecting failure. You're already saying, I'm not going to be able to, nobody's going to listen to my podcast. You have already put that in your mind. Nobody is going to buy my book. You think when I wrote my 2 journals, well, 3 books, that I was thinking that? I didn't care. I just wrote them, published them, and put them out there. When I started my podcast at the end of the year, my second season this last year, I put up on and you can probably go back and look through my my Instagram to see the growth I had with the people that listen to my podcast. If I had been thinking about that before I started the first season, I would have never been able to be on the second season. I wouldn't be able to get ready to be on my 3rd season and having people come join me on my podcast. I did not expect failure when I first started my podcast. I did not expect failure when I started my cleaning business 20-something years ago. All I knew was I believed in me. I knew how to clean. I didn't know anything about business back then. I didn't have anybody to help me with anything back then. But I knew that I believed in me. I believed in my talent to clean. I had a gift to clean. I still have that gift. I don't care to do it anymore, but I have a gift to clean. And yes, I know a lot of people always ask me, well, how do you clean with those nails? Trust me, they were a lot longer back then. And I still was able to do what I needed to do because I believed in me. And when I started my business 20 years ago, I only had one client that believed in me too. And she decided to stick it out with me. And once I got her, she told other people about me. Once I was done with the other people told, and it just started rolling from there. And there was no social media back then for me to advertise my business like right now coming to you all. I had to put it in the phone book, and I had to trust that people believed in my potential to clean their homes and spread the word. Okay, now you all had it made. Y'all got it made. I didn't have what we have now. You all can literally say, I'm about to write a book and go out right now and tell everybody on social media. And everybody can spread the word right now on social media. But see, you're expecting it not to work. So that's why it's not going to work. You're going to, and this is why I'm big on affirmations. You have to say to yourself, I got this. I'm unlocking my potential. I'm going to write this book. I don't care if 4 people buy it. I don't care if 6 people buy it. I'm still going to write this book. I write the book for you. I do my podcast for me. I love talking. I can talk all day long, okay? And guess what? Nobody will cut me off on my podcast. So I don't do my podcast for the world, even though I help heal people. I help people that, people come to me and tell me, that podcast resonated with them, that episode or whatever. But I show up every day for that podcast on Fridays because of me. I don't expect failure with my podcast. I'm on the 3rd season starting Friday. I expect my podcast to go, the views, the listeners went up last year. So I'm expecting that to rise this year, especially if I continue to show up for my audience every single Friday. That's how I expect success. So if you're expecting failure, you're going to get failure. Okay? There's no other way around that. If you are going to start to unlock your potential, but the first thing you're going to say is, well, I probably will fail at this. No, you won't. Okay? No, you won't. And how will you know if you don't try? And so what if you fail? Do you know how many things I've done that I failed at? So what if you fail? It does not matter. Your goals are for you. You set them for you, not for anybody else, but for you. So if you fail at it, so be it. Start over again. Take whatever failed, it didn't work, learn from it, and do it again. That's all you have to do. That is all you have to do. But you have to first believe that you can do it. And if you do not believe it, nobody else is going to believe it either. Because people can tell. People can tell. I mean, I literally have bought things for people. It's like shopping in a bodega or one of the flea markets and stuff like that. When you see people selling stuff and they're not like pushing the brand off on you and they don't know how to come at you with it, you don't buy it, right? So that goes the same way with your potential. If people are telling you that you have the potential to do this, but you go out there and you're timid and you don't know what to say or you don't know how to talk, nobody's going to buy from you. Nobody's going to purchase anything. So you have to be on your P's and Q's when you're out here. And if nobody buys anything from you, that's not saying that you failed. It's just saying that those people were not your audience yet. I used to think I was the world's best housekeeper. I didn't think anybody could compare to me, even though there was Mary Maids, Molly Maids, every maid service in the world. I didn't care. All I knew was I knew how to clean. All I knew was I had a ton of clients. All I knew was my potential to clean was amazing. People loved me. I loved me. And I went to work every day to my cleaning business. I showed up every day, hair done, nails done. My uniform was nice and neat. My supplies were together because I took pride in what I did. And so when you are starting your business this year, or when you're trying to write your book, or, start your podcast, whatever it is, unlock your potential. Have pride in what you're about to do. Don't let other people's opinions diminish you. Don't let other people's opinions of you keep you from the potential you know that you have locked inside of you. I didn't want to start a podcast. Well, I was told not to start a podcast because nobody wanted to hear what I had to say and that nobody was going to listen. And I was told that, the people who That's another thing. Don't tell people what you're going to do if they're haters. You don't have to tell everybody. Just because your family members are haters too. Boyfriends, girlfriends, they're haters too. See, the people that talk you out of your dream and the potential that you have to go do what you got to do, keep theirs locked inside because they're scared. So don't let people talk you out of your dreams this year. You said last year, you kept saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this year. This is what you said. I am going to do this year. Last year, that's what you said. Comes to the end of the year, you did nothing. Trust me, I know a couple of people and some of my clients who are still sitting on the fence because they don't believe in their potential to be successful. Don't let that be you this year. This is January 4th. You have so many months left in this year to go do what you need to do. You have so many months left in this year to make bold statements, to be bold, to be confident, to show up for yourself, your brand, show up for the people that may need you. Because even if it's one person that day, you saved that one person. You've helped that one person. And that's one of the goals that I write down when I'm writing down my goals. Because again, I tell you all the time, you have to write down your goals. Well, I don't tell you Instagram, but my Facebook group. I constantly mention, I ask the question, what are your goals? But nobody says anything. But if you see them in writing, maybe you'll say to yourself, okay, I wrote that last year. I should go back and try to do something about that. You have to write down what you want to actually happen. Write it down, stick it inside your Bible. That's what I do. And then you come back to it. You have to have, this is about you. This is about nobody else but you. You have the potential even when you don't think you do. You have the potential even when you don't feel good. Trust me, I know. There are days when I get up and say, not today. Matter of fact, today was one of those days. I just wasn't feeling it today. I got up, I worked out. I didn't feel like working out. I got up and did my morning workout. Now I'm about to go do my afternoon workout. There are days when I sometimes self-doubt washes over me. But then I have to shake it off and remember who the hell I am. And I have to get up and say, okay, you know what? You need to do this. You need to show up for yourself. Don't disappoint yourself this year. Do not disappoint yourself. You said you were going to do it last year. You said last year was your year. Now we got a new year. Stop trying to figure out all the kinks. So you had last year to figure out the kinks. If you've already redid your website, you had last year to do that. Your website should be done now. You've already figured out everything you needed to figure out. So what's holding you back? What's holding you back? You've done everything you needed to do last year. Now this is a new year. What's holding you back? You're going to have to unlock your potential at some point in your life. You're going to have to fight past the fear and the naysayers and the fear of failure in order to unlock your potential. You can start today. You've already revamped that website. You've already done everything you needed to do to prepare yourself for where you need to go. Now it's time to take action. Unlock your potential this year. People are waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. We want to see what you're all about. And if God has given you the vision, then don't disappoint him either. This is about you. Unlock your potential this year. Okay? I'm going to go back over the steps again. The 3 things you need to do. Number 1, be bold. Well, no, let me go to not number 1, but let me give you the bonus one. Believe in your potential. You have to believe in it. Nobody else is going to believe in you sometimes. Your family might not believe in you. Your co-workers, your best friends, the neighbors. People might not believe in you, but you have to believe in you. So that's your bonus one. Believe in you first. Now to the first one. Be bold. Think about the bold things that you want to do with your potential. Be bold. It's all about you. Be authentic. Be yourself. Stop following the models of other people. Like I said previously, I don't really follow anybody's mold. I'm pretty much far out by myself. Yes, I've hired coaches. Yes, I've had people, mentors, and I still have them. But I kind of just go do my own thing. You know, it works for me. Now, if you are those people who have to be lockstep and key with someone, you can still be bold because you don't need to be, just like somebody else's, but you need to add your flavor to what you're doing. This is about your potential, not the cult you're dragging behind with, the people that you're trying to follow. This is all about unlocking your potential. Number 2, have bold goals. You don't have to have goals like all of the people on Instagram or social media. Your goals are your goals. My goal for me, my bold goal is to show up every Tuesday from now until December. That's a bold goal for me this year. Set bold goals. If you want to start your podcast and if you only want to do 5 episodes just to see how it is, or if your bold goal is to just start the podcast, come up with the name, come up with the content. If that's all you did was start it, that was your goal, that was your bold goal, you can scratch that off your list. But if you're going to start it, you might as well continue on doing it. But have bold goals. Set small goals that will help you get into the habit of actually reaching your bold goals. See, if you start little small, like I said this week, my goal this week was to work out a couple of days this week. Once I started doing that, so I worked out yesterday, I'll work out today. I worked out this morning. See, when you do little small goals, you'll get into the habit of trying to scratch off those bold goals off your list. So have bold goals that align with you, your purpose, your potential, goals that you will be satisfied with after you accomplish them. Okay? You will, and once you start doing that, start writing your goals down, you will have successes piling up, and you're going to be like, you know what? I should have listened all the time. I set these goals. I am literally squashing them. I've checked off a couple of my goals today, the small goals. Okay. Here's one of my bold goals for this year. I'm actually here. Showed up today, Tuesday. That is a little bit. And so I have like 365 days of me having to show up, or how many more days we have left of this year. That's a bold goal. And you can set those. And last but not least, stop expecting failure. Expect success. And success is not going to look like everybody else's success. Success may look like getting 1 follower or 2 or 3 new followers to you. Success, to me, success looks like when I come on live, or when I do my podcast, or when I make out content, or if I send out inspirational texts to my group and my list, somebody coming to me and telling me how this helped them today. So I expect success. That's how success looks to me. Success is not going to look the same for everybody. So stop that. Stop thinking that. I know we see all of these people online. I know it's awesome. I mean, we got so many girl bosses doing the damn thing. We got men doing the damn thing. But guess what? They're not telling you where they started from. They're just showing you the life that they are living now, but they're not showing you the behind the scenes. So basically, you do not know what they went through to get where they're going, where they're at now. So you're not going to be able to see what they're doing and mimic that. You're not going to wake up in the next day just because you put your bold goals together and now I'm a success. But you can expect that. And I'm okay with that. Put it in the atmosphere. Manifest that. But until you work at it and start believing in yourself, it's not going to happen. So expect success. Believe in your potential. Set bold goals. Be bold when you are trying to live out your dreams this year. You have sat on the sidelines forever. It is time for you to unlock your potential this year and start living those dreams that you see other people are living. If you see somebody else living and taking flights and doing all these things, well, you might take those same flights if you come out with your product or write that book. How you know you're not sitting on a bestseller? How you know that out the gate that when you write your book, somebody won't see it and you get discovered? You will never know unless you try. You will never know unless you unlock your potential this year. Okay? So that's it. That is it. That is it. That is it. I'm grateful for those of you all who showed up on my Instagram. And if you are going to catch the replay, please let me know that you are catching the replay. Stay tuned every Tuesday. One of my bold goals is to show up every Tuesday to give you a mini coaching session. Every single Tuesday, I will be here. If you have something that you want me to talk about, please share that with me in my DMs. I do take suggestions. If there's a question that you need to ask me and you would like me to just say it out here without, me telling your name, I definitely will take you up on that. Okay. So unlock your potential this year. This is your year. You don't need a new year to unlock your potential. Every year is your year. Okay. I just want you all to unlock your potential this year. I want you all to live out your dreams. I want you all to start healing the fear in you. I want you to start healing that. It's time for you to start unlocking your potential, but you also need to start healing the things that are hindering you to keep you from doing this. Okay? To keep you, the things that are keeping you stuck in a cycle of fear. He'll start healing those things. All right? So have a great rest of the week. Thank you again to those of you all who joined me. Please let me know when you catch the replay. I am going to go work out. That is one of my goals for this week as well. So I am going to get off here. I am going to go work out so that I can scratch my workout thing off my list this week because this is one of my goals. This is what I wanted to do. And I look forward to speaking with you all again next Tuesday. So don't forget to join me. Like I said, I came on early. And I may just change the time to 3:45 because 4:00 is my workout time. So I'm like 28 minutes late for going to my workout. So I'm gonna move it to 4:30. I'm gonna rush and go get myself ready for my workout. So 3:45 it is. I'll change it on the flyer as well. So have a great rest of your Tuesday. Have a great rest of the week. Don't forget to unlock your potential. Don't forget to make bold goals. Don't forget to be bold. Don't forget to expect success. And don't forget to believe in your potential. Okay? Have a great rest of the week. Bye.